around until I loved how Dubrovnik.
The night view is just.
After I went back down.
Oh my.
Hey,
Hi fam, welcome back again to the channel. We have an amazing video to check out as always. Do well to like, subscribe. The channel has Patreon, we have membership. Show us your support there and
Oh, you notice this island is in a love shape.
yes.
Yeah.
How did I do that? Oh, it's natural.
Always.
After visiting Croatia, it quickly became one of my all-time favorite European countries. From the endless wonders of the Dalmatian coast.
Wow.
Wow. This is what they actually do with shows, I guess.
Really?
Yeah, King's Landing.
Let's start this video.
King's Landing.
Look at the roof.
I think this
Yeah.
is the most famous city in all
Oh my god!
The waterway.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about it.
I remember some videos back, I heard some of the country, but seeing it now, I'm like, oh, so it's from Croatia.
Even the water, the fence, everything
Yeah.
is.
You know, the battle of that Black Bay, that's
Yes.
wildfire, that's it, like,
Wow. Okay.
in
This is interesting.
Located in the southernmost part of Croatia, Dubrovnik is this incredible medieval city built right on the Adriatic Sea. The history of Dubrovnik is fascinating. It was founded in the 17th
Shame.
and was originally
Shame.
Ragusa.
Shame.
Dubrovnik
Oh,
prospered
yeah.
thanks to maritime trade and reached its peak around the 16th century.
actually, it's even way more beautiful than
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just walking on top of the city walls. It costs about 35 euros, which was a little expensive, but 100% worth it. You're able to look at the
Exactly, it's
entire
worth it.
city and experience Dubrovnik from a new perspective. It's a 2-kilometer walk, and it took me about an hour and a half to do it. One of my favorite places on the walls was the Menseta Tower. It's this 14th century fortress that offers the highest vantage point of the city. While I was just walking along the walls of Dubrovnik, I noticed some places to relax on the water, so I had to go check them out. I found this
wow.
beach area. There was
Mm.
a party down there. Everyone was just chilling or jumping into the water off the cliffs. Of course, I had to join in on the action. There's no better feeling than cliff jumping into the Adriatic Sea. Afterwards, I wanted to see Dubrovnik from a different
This is
perspective.
breathtaking,
so I
for
took a
real.
car.
This is mind blowing.
the cable car.
I never thought of Croatia to be this beautiful place. Forgive me. Like I didn't imagine it to have such fascinating landscape as it has. Like it's
The whole architecture. Where the whole thing began to piece together for me was you reminded me that this thing was in the Game of Thrones, and throughout my whole time watching Game of Thrones, I was like, where is
Was
this
it shot?
beauty- Do you understand?
Oh, this
Where
shot
is
again.
it? Come on.
Like, it is, they know they'll be wondering if this is CGI,
Yeah.
if it's green screen, but knowing
These
that
guys
it's
are
actually real.
living natural. I don't know what I'm calling
fairy
this.
tale.
Actually, it's really nice they preserved it.
Yeah.
To the top of the nearby mountain. It
I've
costs
never been
about
on this thing
27
before. I would like to try it.
euros.
Yeah.
Tickets. When you get to the top, you'll have the best
Wow.
possible
With
view
the
of
water
Dubrovnik.
line.
I walked over to the northern side and found a nice little place to watch the sunset. I stayed around until
Wow.
I loved how Dubrovnik.
The night view is just.
After I went back down
Oh
to
my.
Dubrovnik's old town, it was just magical walking through the city at night. It definitely felt
I think
like
I prefer the night time more.
Yeah.
I can't believe this was this city at night. Like the
It's so
difference.
lighted. The lighting was balanced. Like it was not shouty. It was not dim.
It's
It was just like soothing.
Oh God, I need to make more money. We need to make money. Please take me to Croatia. This is beautiful for real.
Wow.
They're one of the coolest
Don't
medieval
break.
places I've ever been.
Yeah.
Afterwards,
An
we headed
enchanting
north
city indeed.
Along the coast to visit Korčula. Now located about 2 hours drive from Dubrovnik, Korčula is the second most populous island in the Adriatic Sea, and to reach it you can take a ferry to the nearby town of Orabig. My favorite place on
This- the
Korčula
same
is
roof
its old
pattern.
town. It's built upon this peninsula and has a fascinating history. It's been part of the Venetian Republic on and off since the 12th century. and Some
Wow.
historians believe that Marco Polo
Rich
was
history
born
though.
there. Another nearby island is Hvar, located right above Korčula. Hvar is the longest island in Croatia. One of the highlights of the
And the
island
water is so
is
blue.
town,
Yeah.
also called Hvar. Now, similar to Korčula, Hvar's old town is
This
full
is
of history.
clean.
It's overlooked by the Fortica fortress, which was built back in the 16th century by the Venetians, and it offers incredible views of the port. Located right off the town is the Pakleni Islands. It's just a short
They have a
boat
lot of
ride from the
islands.
port, making it
It's
a
all over
perfect
water.
place to relax on the Adriatic. Afterwards, we're going to head back to the mainland. Now, if you're headed north from Dubrovnik,
Wow.
you can drive across the Pelishats Bridge. It was completed just a year ago, and it's an engineering phenomenon. It allows you to bypass driving into Bosnia and Herzegovina's town of Neum. As I continued past the bridge, I was just amazed by the scenery in this area. There were vineyards right up against the Adriatic, and it was just incredibly scenic. Afterwards, I headed north on Croatia's coastal road and arrived at the Makarska Riviera. Now, located right on the Dalmatian coast, the Makarska Riviera is where I saw some of the most impressive scenery from all my time in Croatia. The contrast between the blue Adriatic Sea against the green and white mountains was stunning. I drove through the town of Makarska and was looking for a place on the coast to relax, so I went to Chavitska Beach. It was a really nice beach area located just a few minutes outside of Makarska, and it had a lot going on. The water was crystal clear, and there were tons of places on the beach to relax. There was a good amount of people there, but I was able to find some solitude and shade in the trees nearby. If you're driving through Croatia, I definitely recommend visiting the Makarska Riviera. I mean, the scenery is
Makarska
unmatched.
Riviera.
Now, another cool place nearby is the town of Omiš. It's located about 40 minutes away from Makarska. Now, Omiš is this really unique looking city that is sandwiched between the mountains and the sea, and then it has this river that runs through it as it empties into the Adriatic. The crowning feature of Omiš is the Starigrad Fortress. It was built in the 15th century and is placed high on the mountains that overlook the town. It can be reached by several hiking routes and takes about an hour to do. If you're in Omiš, the fortress is definitely worth the hike. Afterwards, we're going to visit the village of Primošten. Now, located about an hour from Split, Primošten is this peninsula with a little village built on it. It was originally an island protected with medieval walls and towers, but it was connected to the mainland with a causeway around the 16th century. While I was here, I really enjoyed walking through the old town's gate and exploring the village. There's a nice little square, and then I walked up to the St. George's Church, which was built in the 1500s on the peninsula's highest point. There's also
I would say they have a lot of preserved history, and their history, to be honest, is very rich.
Yeah. It's good to look at as
And
well.
seeing how they built that castle on the mountaintop,
The highest peak of it.
that's crazy. I
Now
love it.
they built that for like a retreat.
But I'm still looking forward to see their city life. In as much as I really, really love and fancy this, I want to see their city life.
a ton of beaches around Primošten's old town. I enjoyed just chilling on them while enjoying the water and views of Primošten. I mean, definitely a charming little area worth checking out.
They have a lot of modern video as well. But that's a rooftop.
Wow, this island is shaped like a heart.
It's an extremely
My
unique
heart's right.
island that's shaped like a heart, and the scenery around it is absolutely beautiful. Afterwards, we're going to head into Croatia's interior to visit the Plivica Lakes National Park. Located about a 2 hours drive from Zadar, Plivica Lakes is one of the most famous places in all of Croatia. I remember seeing pictures of this place years ago, and I've been wanting to see them in person ever since. The area is renowned for its crystal clear terraced lakes that are connected by beautiful waterfalls. I was here during the high season, and it cost about 40 euros for me to get in, which I thought was a little expensive, but during other times of the year, it's cheaper. After I entered the park, I went down to the boats at entrance 2 and crossed the lake. I started walking on the wooden pathways that go over the water and through the
Boat on
forest.
water.
It was incredibly
That's
beautiful.
some thick ass
I
wood.
loved the clarity and color of the water. It was so clear and turquoise. I
Wow.
kept walking until I made it to some waterfalls. They were so unique, and you can get up close to them on the walkway.
Wow.
I mean, it would be amazing if you could swim here, but unfortunately, it's not allowed in the park. I will say Plivica was extremely crowded when I went, so if you do come, I recommend visiting right when it opens or coming during the off season. One thing I definitely recommend doing while you're there is going to the Veliki Slap waterfall. It's best access from entrance 1. I didn't know about it when I went, and it's definitely a regret of mine for not seeing it.
This is a
Afterwards,
big,
we're gonna head
huge
back to
waterfall.
Croatia's coast to visit the island of Pag. Famous for its incredible beaches and moonlight landscapes, Pag is one of the largest and most beautiful islands in Croatia. To get to Pag, you can drive over the Paški Bridge, which connects Pag to the mainland. Now, compared to other islands in Croatia, Pag is very barren and reminds me of a Greek island like Crete or Santorini. While I was on Pag, I was looking for beaches to visit, and I decided to check out the Beretnica beach. It's this beautiful area only accessed by hiking into or taking a boat, and it had these 3 unique boulders in the water that kind of reminded me of a mini Kalagolarice. And when I get to the beach, I walked on this lunar-like landscape, and it took me about 30 minutes to get there. When I arrived, I was blown away by the scenery. There were barren cliffs contrasted with the blue waters of the Adriatic. I spent some time swimming around the boulders. I just had a great time chilling here until the sunset. If you want to visit one of Croatia's most unique islands, you gotta give Pag a visit. Afterwards, we are going near the top of Croatia to visit the medieval
This is like
fort
your
of
favorite
Rovine.
It's unreal. Yes, that's the word.
Rovine is one of the most beautiful medieval fishing towns I've ever seen.
Fishing
The
tower.
history of Rovine is fascinating. From 1283 to 1797, Rovine was governed by the Republic of Venice. After the fall of Venice, it became part of the Austrian Empire until
Venice.
World War I, and from 1918 to 1947, it was part of the Kingdom of Italy. But today, it belongs to Croatia, and it's one
Actually, I
of the
think
most
it look more
beautiful
beautiful at
cities.
night.
When you walk
Yeah.
the streets,
The
you
glow
feel like you're
just
in Italy.
The
glow is just
Italian
there.
influence. One of the most beautiful features of the city is the Church of St. Euphemia. It's perfectly perched on the hill.
Look
on
at the
highest
sun
part of the
setting
town.
on.
It was
Wow.
completed in
Uh,
1680 and stands over 60 meters tall. I mean, Rovine is such a special place. I hope you all can experience. For our final destination, we're going to visit the island of Duki Otok. Now, to reach Duki Otok, I took a 2-hour ferry from Zadar to the small village of Urbine. Now, this island is very long, so you definitely want a car to get around.
A lot of
I first went to
islands.
Velirat, which is the
Lots.
very northernmost point on the island.
I think
It
Croatia
has
is
this
supposed
really
to have
scenic
this.
lighthouse that is
Somewhere
supposedly
in
the
water.
tallest
Mm.
lighthouse in the Adriatic Sea. The lighthouse keeper might even let you climb to the top for a small fee. Now, afterwards, I went to the southern part to visit the Telashchica Nature Park. I mean, this area was extremely beautiful.
This
It had a
is-
bay full of
the color
islands,
of
and
the
then
blue
there was
is-
a really nice beach area with a little restaurant.
And you
It
said
cost
it's
about
turquoise in
€2.50
like in real life.
Now, the main
That's
reason
how
I
the
wanted
color
to
is
come here was
transparent.
to see its cliffs. It was just a short hike to reach them, and the views were amazing up there. Some cliffs rose over 100 meters from the sea, and I just love the white color of them. Now, another one of my favorite features of the area is Mirror Lake. It's this salt lake positioned in a very peculiar place, as it's on this skinny peninsula surrounded by the sea. I love the contrast between the dark blue colors of the Adriatic with the cliffs and the turquoise color of Mirror Lake. I mean, just such a unique place. Now, from there, I could also see the Kornati Islands, which is home to some of Croatia's best untouched nature. It's an archipelago with over 140 islands and islets, and to fully experience them, you can go on a full-day boat tour.
140
I mean, I'll run
islands.
short on time this trip, but I'll definitely be back to experience them. As I was finishing my time up on the island, I went to this place called the Dragon's Eye. It's this natural pool that was way fun to swim in. There's also this sea cave nearby that I tried to get into, but I was all alone and too scared to go in there by myself, so I gotta come back another time to conquer my fears and check it out. Well, that is it for the Croatia Top 10. There's still endless places to visit this country. so I'll
Endless.
be
You
back
don't
for
mean
part
it.
2. Let me know where your favorite places in Croatia in the
Everywhere,
comments below. You
literally.
can find me on Instagram and TikTok at shirley.films. It's Ryan, and we will see you later.
Like literally everywhere is my favorite. I can't even choose a particular spot. This is
Where is
Look,
Croatia located? What?
Europe.
Europe, right?
yeah.
I think my favorite spot is King's Landing.
And that's
yeah.
and as I was actually wondering the kind of language spoken there. Is it English or they have
They have their own
they
special.
have
should.
a native language? Wow.
I've learned the hard way that.
Yeah, I was thinking.
They don't speak
I was
English.
thinking all European countries speak English
English.
before, but now we don't. So I need to ask to actually know.
Their English is founded in Europe.
But I really want to see I want to see their city life because I know this is like a top 10, but I was actually expecting a city kind of view in it
Yeah.
because I know they have a lot of islands, over 150, and it's just like 10. So maybe the next video I'm going to check of Croatia is to see their city life outside of this particular clip. But together, this is really, really beautiful. I love it so much. Really very dreamy, unreal,
Outstanding.
fascinating. It feels like fairy, like I'm in a fairy world. Let me know what you think about this down there in the comment section. Do not forget to like, subscribe. Do well to join our membership, our Patreon. Bye, guys.